We're investigating that. I think, as Rich pointed out, we have limited resources. We have to examine the best way to use those limited resources.
Why don't you get a pro bono lawyer there?
Oh, that's a good idea. Maybe we can do that. The issue is also complicated by the fact that they're not certified for the ballot yet. There's no doubt they will be on the ballot. They've submitted sufficient signatures to be on the ballot. Those are in the process of being reviewed by our county boards of elections, which happen to be kind of busy with all the early voting and all the other activities they have to do. So we have not yet gotten word back on the official count, but we have no doubt they will be on the ballot. But it is more complicated at the Ohio Elections Commission when you're bringing a case of lies and deception in a campaign before the issue is actually technically on the ballot. But we're examining that and exploring our options.
You know, I want to raise something. I hope that this is an opportunity where this issue mobilizes Ohio's print and electronic media to actually speak up. The media are our opinion leaders in Ohio. I think we know that. In many ways, I often respect the voice that they provide behind issues. Here is an issue where they've provided that voice editorially. They've all endorsed the passage of the payday lending bill and now the reaffirmation of it by the voters. What I hope they do is take the time and expend the resources. They can't deny someone the ability to put their ad on because there are certain First Amendment rights, and I don't expect the media, electronic media, for example, to challenge that. But I don't think it would hurt if they were to submit a counterpoint in any type of opinion presentation that they're able to make, print or electronically, to basically say, the ad campaign you see is deceptive. This whole job killer theme is not what this is all about. This is about reasonable regulation adopted by the General Assembly to protect people who are in financial distress from excess greed. It's simple. And they have every right to do that. The legislature should enact that kind of measure to protect consumers. That's what they're doing, and the campaign you're seeing is deceptive on its face. The print media and the electronic media have the ability to be some of the most persuasive tools that are out there as we look at an important issue like this, and I hope they take the bull by the horns, because this is one opportunity to do so.
Rich and Mike, Jimmer mentioned earlier about there's some confusion over whether you vote yes or no, depending on how you feel. Have you, either of you, run into that? You've heard from folks out there who they know how they feel about the issue, but they aren't sure whether it's a yes or a no vote that they should put down?
I think people have raised that issue to me, people who've been early voting. You know, there's that initial confusion when you look at the ballot. You know about this, and then you realize that you're voting against payday lending. Vote yes. I mean, there seems an inconsistency there, and it's hard to reconcile.
Yes. Yes, I have as well.
Bill, did you invite Mark Dan?
No.
He is, by the way, he was for the bill.
Well, actually, I should clarify that, because the reality is, it's so well known to me that Mark Dan not only was for the bill, he fought hard for the bill. He held public hearings, something that is kind of unusual for a sitting attorney general to do on this issue, and he raised a lot of awareness about the issue. But we thought maybe some of the press corps might have other questions unrelated to the topic at hand, which is payday lending. So we decided to keep it focused on payday lending.
Also, I noticed you guys have gotten the endorsement from the Ohio Democratic Party. Are you working on the Republican Party to also be on their sample ballot, or is it too late for that?
It's true, the Ohio Democratic Party has endorsed this issue and has put it on their sample ballot. We made the same request to the Ohio Republican Party, and as you can see, there are many prominent Republicans. Senator Harris and Speaker Husted are co-chairs of the campaign along with the governor. But the Republican Party informed us that they don't typically take stances on ballot issues. It's a rare thing for them to do that, and they're not doing that in this election.